The First Lady of Honduras, Ana Garcia de Hernandez, was expected to arrive in the Rio Grande Valley late this afternoon. However, we've asked repeatedly if she's arrived or not, and we have not been given information about her whereabouts. Now, we are told that Congressman Cuellar had extended that invitation to Hernandez to tour the Border Patrol Detention Center here in McAllen, as well as the Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, where many unaccompanied minors are being held. Local authorities here tell us that the majority of the immigrants crossing our border here in South Texas are from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Now, yesterday we spent hours at a property just feet away from the Rio Grande River, which is a natural divide between the United States and Mexico, and we witnessed a group of immigrants crossing through, the youngest one being just over 1 year old. Now, the relative of the property owner also tells us that the immigrants crossing through have torn his aunt's house to pieces. This is the front line. We camped out along the Rio Grande River just south of Grande and captured this. 18 undocumented immigrants, the youngest just over a year old, walking down the road, searching for Border Patrol. This is Lorenzo Anzaldúa Jr.'s childhood home. He totes a gun for personal safety and says smugglers can be dangerous. But that's not all. His family is fed up with immigrants tossing trash across his land and abusing their family home.
Look at the house. They're destroying it.
Anzaldúa says undocumented immigrants have traveled through this property for years. He said what was once a beautiful, well-kept home is now left in shambles. He tells Action 4 News he's caught a group of immigrants inside the home before. He shows us the drywall that's been ripped from the walls, the missing electrical wires and copper, broken windows, and clothes strewn across the floor.
They stole the sink. Who the hell still sinks?
It breaks his heart to see the house in this condition. His family feels disrespected and violated.
When a woman says they were raped, they felt violated, that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It feels so bad that the knot in your throat, that you can't breathe.
The home has been empty for 2 years. He tells Action 4 News he's caught immigrants sleeping inside and suspects smugglers are using it as a stash house. He checks up on the property every few days, but comes bearing arms.
I come here, I always bring my shotgun. This thing is heavy. I don't want to carry a shotgun. This is America, this is Texas. But these illegal aliens, you gotta be armed. Here you have to be armed.
You never know what type of people you might run into. Anzaldúa worries about the two-legged kind of coyote.
If you're not armed, you're a fool.
Anzaldúa wants to see more done to secure our border. He wants our politicians to step up. It's not just children crossing, it's full-grown adults too. Anzaldúa says while the undocumented immigrants claim to come to live a better lifestyle, he feels that as Americans, his family is entitled to living the lifestyle they've worked hard to achieve.
There's no reason for my aunt to work all her life. Single mother, put her only son, my cousin, through engineering school. And then when her time for glory is due, you know, her retirement and stuff, look what she's got to show for.
Anzaldúa says that the damage to the property was far worse before the surge because immigrants were hiding out, and now they are surrendering themselves to Border Patrol. And like I had mentioned earlier, we are still trying to get confirmation on whether or not Hernandez has arrived here in the valley, but we will continue to keep you updated on her tour as she is here in McAllen. Live from the Embassy Suites in McAllen, I'm Ashley Custer, Action 4 News.